Hello YouTube, Joseph Crickmore here, and this is my last video before Easter, so when this goes up it might as well be Easter, so happy Easter to everyone that celebrates it. I will be celebrating it throughout the day, so I may or may not upload tomorrow. However, I've been doing some new YouTube shorts recently with a digital coloring book, and it's actually very fun. So I might keep doing those in the gap of time I can't get a full video out. But never mind that, we got some updates. Just recently we got an anime poster for Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon. If you know me, I am hyped about this one. Like you wouldn't believe. I've made how many videos at this point about this series alone? At least 2. Which is more than I can say for other series is getting their own dedicated videos. But just look at this poster. I'm a little surprised by the direction of the art. There's always that weird charm, or not charm, maybe in this case it's just uncanny, because you get so used to a certain illustration, and then you see another version of the same character and you go, that's supposed to be Light, or that's supposed to be the other characters, and it's like, okay, I guess I have to get used to it. But I'm wondering if they're going to take the manga version of the first scene of the series, or are they going to go novel only? Because, like, the only difference, and I have read a large chunk of the series, up to volume 9 of the novels. I have to get 9, so I've read 8 volumes. And I feel like this is a case where I can argue strongly for the manga version. It's basically the story right there. You don't have to do any extra stuff. And it is one-to-one to the novels. I checked. But I prefer if they do the manga version for the cold open, because it gets like that early world building and making us think Light is good with his party before the big reveal at the beginning of the series. Because in the novel, it literally starts with the, I'm getting ousted, you know? It's very weird where it starts, and I like how the manga gave a little prologue. So I'm banking on that happening in the anime. It's been confirmed that the studio behind it is JC Staff. I think they were the ones that did Level 2 Cheat last year, and I didn't have a problem with the way it looked. I loved it. I trust them. They also handled the anime in a unique, original way where they made original scenes that should have always been there in the novels. Took stuff from the manga, but then also took stuff from the novels. It's an amalgamation of things, and I love it. Because it's not necessarily one version, but it fixes the shortcomings of the other versions. However, this series is a case where I don't see any shortcomings, unless they want to do early foreshadowing for stuff that won't happen until way later. Because, like, I've read both versions, and I don't see any issue with the writing where you would have to fill in gaps in the anime version. So I have full confidence in JC Staff. It's not my first choice, but given the title of the series, do we really have any options? And it's confirmed to get a fall 2025 release. That is so good. I'm so here for that. Now then, we also got character models. We only got 2. We got the character model for Light, which, that looks great. It really does look good. There's not much you could do to, like, alter the design too much, so I think it's fine. And it looks like the character, like, I don't see an issue. It's just, like I said before, that weird uncanniness where it's the same character in a different art style, and it's just off a little bit, but you can't quite place it on what makes it so different. But this is Light, and I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm trying to picture what voice actors I would want. I don't know enough Japanese voice actors to even like name names. For Light, maybe Japanese Shinra? Maybe Japanese maybe Japanese I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't name Japanese voice actors off the top of my head. But with English voice actors, that's a different story. He's a younger kid who stays this way. Could a female voice actor do his position? He's young enough that it could still apply to him. About the whole you cast females for young boys because of that, the way they can change their pitch. Because let's see, we can rule out Christopher Sabat, we can rule out Sean Shamel, we can rule out Ray Chase, we could rule out Bryce Papenbrook. We could rule out Todd Haberkorn, although I could see Todd Haberkorn doing this. If he could do Death the Kid, he can do this guy. We could rule out... Well, maybe... Oh, what's her name? Why am I blanking on it? It's Rimaru's voice. But no, I don't see Rimaru's voice coming out of Light. Why am I forgetting her name? Slime is my favorite anime of all time. How am I forgetting her name? Yeah, it'll come back to me. I don't know if it will in this video or not. But yeah, comment below if you have any ideas for voice actors. I would love to hear all the suggestions people have. But I can't really place a voice actor for Light. You know? But we got one other character model, and that was Mei. The first summon of his gacha ability. And it's the same thing I said with Light. It's that weird uncanniness of being drawn in a different art style. And it's like, it's just off a little bit and you can't quite place it, but it's supposed to be the same character, so we're rolling with it. When it comes to her, who do I envision as the perfect voice actor for Mei? Monica Riel? I could actually see Monica Riel being her, or maybe Ellie. That is possible. I don't imagine Toru's voice would work. I think that's too high pitch. Kana from Dragon Maid. Maybe as Nazuna. That could work too. I'm not entirely sure. What about there is also why am I blanking on names all of a sudden? I don't know why. Maybe Albedo's voice actor? She could... I could actually hear her being Mei, you know? Maybe Shion's voice actor? I am blanking on names. I don't know what's going on with me. Oh, I got it. Elizabeth Maxwell, right? Am I right? Is she Rimuru? Elizabeth Maxwell? Did I remember it? Or did I name someone else? Well, we could have this discussion in the comments down below. If you people have ideas for voice actors, for characters, not even just these two. It could be like the other ones from the poster, for like the members of the Concord of the Tribe party. It could be like his other summons, especially his more noticeable ones. No, noticeable? His more notable summons. Because there's a character in the series I could imagine Christopher Sabat being. There is a guy. You could say he's wearing gold. But yeah, there are characters. We could make this conversation a thing. Comment below on voice actors, because I think that's the only thing left I can talk about, because I already made a prediction video. I was hyped over the announcement. There's not anything else I want to do, because I've read a large chunk of the series. what is there to talk about at this point in the story? You know? Unless you people have fun video ideas to give me, I'll gladly take video ideas. So comment below for voice actors that you would pick your dream team for this show. Hey, come on. And I'm looking forward to covering this one in the fall. At least I hope so. We'll see how my situation is in the fall, and if I'm able to. I may be doing a full-time gig by then, and I'll be potentially working by then. So, this is YouTube. This is just a side hustle for me. I didn't expect my channel to be as big as it is today. Never. I never expected it to be like this, so thank you to everyone who came already. But don't expect this to be the norm. This will remain something I do in my spare time. If it takes off in the future, I'll worry about it then. But until then, thank you all so much for watching this announcement video. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with a friend. Happy Easter, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.